What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trillz Uncut, dropping that fire. And please, I'm going to be dropping more and more content surrounding around anime and actually breaking it down to relate to us in the real world of some of the problems and some of the strengths that we have in society. This breakdown is going to be more of a weakness kind of disability, because I noticed a lot of things with the Black Bull Squad as a whole and even other characters in Black Clover. Now, let me put this out here as a disclaimer. There will be spoilers of backstories of certain characters, of their history, kind of why they operate the way they operate. And also another disclaimer, I'm only up to episode 55 at the time of this recording in Black Clover. So I just thought it was necessary to make a video on this anime because I love it so much. Now let's dive into our favorite character, Asta. Asta is an anomaly inside of Clover Kingdom. He is a young boy who was born without magic in a world where magic means everything. This early handicap of having no magic made Asta work 1,000 times harder than those with this blessing. This is shown through his constant work ethic and inability to quit. Asta's main goal is to become the Wizard King, a status he wanted since he heard the tale from Sister Lily. Because of Asta's past and upbringing, he is his own worst enemy. Honestly, Asta is just a hot-headed child that tries to overwhelm everyone with his work ethic, resilience, and passion. However, a scene that maybe saved Asta's life and also changed his ideology is Captain of the Crimson Lions. Many individuals watching that scene, they maybe think, hey, it's just the captain flexing his muscles. But in a sense, this is a lesson that taught Asta how to be a better fighter, how to be smarter, how to stay calm. If he's always hot-headed and not thinking when he goes into a fight, it's potentially going to get him killed and not accomplish his goal of becoming a Wizard King, and also a goal as a Magic Knight to protect the people. This scene has saved his friend's life and also Asta's life, because he learned how to stay calm and become more of a technician like his rival, Yuno. Now, we're going to go into Asta's disability and or physical ailment, if you want to call it. Asta's physical disability is literally just not having magic. This tool is a tool that everyone in the Black Clover world has, whether it's at a minor scale, such as doing daily tasks as they alluded to in the anime, or doing tasks like such as being a Magic Knight. Asta has 0 mana and or magic. However, this is what makes Asta so lovable and impressive. That doesn't bother him. He doesn't care. His inability to quit is a better magic than anyone else in the show. And not only does he have that, he inspires people to want to be better. He inspires people to want to be a Wizard King. He inspires you to want to be the best you can be, because you see a person with no magic having half the ability as you, working 2,000 times as hard. Asta is a symbol of hope, symbol of peace, a symbol of resilience. He represents everyone in the Black Clover world that maybe want to be something, but being stopped or being ridiculed by people that don't believe it. Asta's sword is an anti-magic sword, but it does way more than that. These swords he possesses, they negate evil. They negate all the bad people and all the bad things that are affecting the Clover Kingdom. And that sword will be the shield to protect over the Black Clover world. Asta is truly a great person. Luck's past is very traumatic and weird. Luck from young always had a haunting smile on his face. Luck's initial relationship with his mother was affected because of this grin, until Luck had eradicated a noble in his school's magic tournament. This victory made Luck's peers scared of him because of accomplishing such a feat and doing it with a devilish smile. However, Luck's mother had been overzealous about this victory and told Luck, "Luck, keep winning. Your magic is beautiful." This statement from his mother had become like a code. When Luck begins to fight, he needs to stay simulated through showing his magic because it's what his mother loved. It's what impressed her. It's what made her happy. Often Luck is crazy to a fault, and this is shown in his fight in the dungeon. Luck abandoned the mission to go fight a stronger opponent. Luck's face, passion, and sole purpose is that he will win a fight at any cost. Disability. So Luck's disability, I'm leaning more towards a psychopath, but he also could be labeled as a sociopath. On the screen, I'm going to put up some different just definitions and kind of research I did. Even a chart that kind of breaks down the factors. Now, of course, some of these things can't relate because this is anime in the real world. So such as delinquency, even though we do have a delinquent actually inside of the Black Bulls. I just tried my best to try to get the most accurate depiction of what I think Luck is. But honestly, he can be both. But I'm leaning more towards psychopath because of what I looked up. Luck needs to fight in order to stay simulated and to accomplish his overall goal of having his mother know and feel in her grave that his magic is beautiful and that he will always win. Lux kind of reminds me of a Hisoka without the pedophilia and the love for children, because they live on the show and their whole purpose is to fight. In a sense, sometimes to kill. Luck is truly an interesting character, and his development will be very interesting in the Black Clover series. Next is Noel Silva. Her situation is so special to the show because in Clover Kingdom, royalty and or nobles are kind of the strongest people. They have the best luck, they have the best magic, the most money, but her situation is very, very different. She is royalty by name, but however, her magic does not make her royalty. Her situation, basically, she can't control her magic. Her great power, she just can't control. She has flashes of being able to control defensive spells, but ultimately, she can't really attack with her own spells. This inability to control her magic made her outcast by her family, even being ridiculed by them, saying that she doesn't belong here and she doesn't belong to be royalty and she's a disgrace to the family name. This is magnified when they're having a decoration dinner and she is invited along with Asta and the rest of the Black Bulls. They look down to them as peasants, but especially her. Because of this, she always has a chip on her shoulder and always feels like that she's trying to one-up her family. Not in the sense of being like an a-hole or a jerk, but she's trying to do it in the sense of she wants to prove everyone wrong. And this gives her a big stressor to have over her. And then also, she flares up in big moments. Usually when she's in big moments, she doesn't know what to do. She's frantic and often wants the help of someone else. She has a big self-esteem and confidence issue because of this. So it's two different types of disorders or mental disorders that I want to label her with, that I think is the reason why she's acting the way she acts throughout the show, at least up to the episode I'm up to. One is an inferiority complex. This is a complex of you not thinking that you're good enough or that you can't do something, either because someone told you, or because of your ability, or how you look, how you may think, or whatever the case may be. But one of the ones that I strongly think that is a generalized anxiety disorder. This disorder is extremely common, so it's not far-fetched to think that Noel has it. Although it's more common in our world, we can relate it to their world and just put two and two together. So generalized anxiety disorder is a disorder that can affect you with doing common or daily tasks, and it affects you in a way that you can't do that certain task. Now, although she couldn't control her magic initially, the constant pressure, stress, and expectations of her family to control that magic can be what hindered her. She can have a mental bug in her brain that is allowing her not to get to that next step because of something that her family said. Before meeting the Black Bulls, she literally had really no connection to anyone and didn't trust anyone because her own family turned on her. Yes, she had the status of royalty and to be a noble. However, she wasn't given the power, at least the power of control. And something that goes with this is training and resilience. But if you don't have the motivation to do it, such as someone like Asta, it can be very extremely hard when everyone back is against you. And this is shown constantly through the show when through pressure situations she tries to pass off the duties or responsibility to someone else. Even in the underwater dungeon arc, when she couldn't believe that, she said, I can't do this. I don't think I can do this. And people said, you can. It's that slight motivation that's always going to keep Noel and motivate her to get to that next level. My favorite Magic Knight smoking captain with all the big muscles, Captain Yami. So his situation is very weird as far as his past is concerned. So he was born in somewhere called the Hino country. Don't nick me for that name. And also, his village had a lot of fishermen, I'm assuming swordsmen, because he uses the traditional katana in order to fight. And he also uses something called ki, which we know from other anime such as Dragon Ball Z, other anime. So it's pretty interesting that he has the ability to use ki in addition with his magic or mana. So when he first came to the Clover Kingdom, he was actually a loner. In a sense, I don't want to say like Asta, because people more feared him than made fun of him. But he was ridiculed for being a foreigner, and up until this day, Noel Silva, one of the heads of the Silver Eagles, also tells him that he's still a foreigner, although he is a Magic Knight captain. So now, far as his trauma and what maybe affected him to gain how he acts, I honestly don't see anything. One of the people that I do feel impacted him and changed him is the Wizard King of right now, Julius. The way he talked to him, he didn't make him feel like an outsider, and he let him know that his dark magic that he got is actually special. It is something that's not common, and that people, although they fear it, is something to be loved. And he actually invited him to the Magic Knights because of his special ability and what he could do and what he thought he could do on the battlefield. So from being this, the Wizard King kind of motivated him, and at the time he was a captain, he motivated him to want to be more than what he already was. And this is vital and crucial because, in a sense, Captain Yami is one of the anchors of the show. If you think about what he did and how he did it, it's so mind-boggling because he saw potential in these failures that no one else saw. Although the Black Bull squad, they have plenty of problems, their potential is higher than even those of Golden Dawn. It's because of what they can do when they're motivated and when they work together. This ability to know and the foresight on this hidden talent that not even the tops of the tops can see can be something that even I can't predict. Captain Yami was a loner, so all of his people that he picked seem to be kind of loners in the far they're socially awkward, they're a little weird. But these weirdos mixed together, it makes it why his squad, maybe not on paper, but through eye test, is one of the best ever. So Captain Yami's biggest weakness, although he has a lot of weaknesses and or issues, is his constant procrastination. His constant procrastination has almost got Asta killed when being told by the junior leader from the Green Menace that they needed reinforcements. He arrived pretty late, and that basically sums up who he is. He's a constant procrastinator. He loves to smoke a cigarette. He's a grunt, and he's kind of a jerk, but he loves his Black Bulls and would die for them. Now let's head to the conclusion. We are Black Bulls. We are all failures. What makes this anime so powerful is the creation and power of the Black Bulls. They all have Golden Dawn and Silver Eagle talent, however their physical and mental disability is holding them back from being held to that stature. But it is also what got them there. Captain Yami is a stable of a true leader who notices individuals just like him. Different, failure, and outcast, but possess the ability to save and become something different. The Black Bulls symbolize a lot of us here in America. We have the potential, we have the skill, but sometimes we just need someone to motivate us because we weren't born rich, or because we weren't born the tallest, or the fastest, or the biggest. They're really an embodiment of hard work and teamwork because they have a chip on their shoulder constantly and always willing to take someone out in order to prove that chip. Asta is the staple of that. He is the quarterback and the driving force of what keeps the Black Bulls rolling. He is a true leader that just doesn't motivate himself, but his aura motivates everyone around him. I said prior, his anti-magic sword just doesn't repel magic, it repels negativity. That's my conclusion of the Black Bulls. If you like this series, if you feeling this, I will break down the rest of the Black Bulls and even do another breakdown of other Magic Knight squads if you guys like this. Thank you. I'm back and I'm here to stay. Peace.
Riches. I just be fucking these bitches. I went from rags to riches. I just be fucking these bitches.